Okay, so today we're going to be finishing or working on our car project. We've spent a lot of time in learning about color. So the first thing I want you to do is go to Google and type in Adobe Color. It's going to come up and it's basically color.adobe.com, and you click on it. Now, if you have not been in Adobe before, you might need to sign in. To sign in, you need to use your school address. So if you don't know what it is in Schoology under Profile. When you hit Continue, you have to go to Company or School Account, and then it will sign you into Adobe. Once you are in Adobe, you need to go here to where it says Create. And over here, there's all of the different color schemes. So if you know you picked Triad, you can go ahead and pick this and pick the 3 colors that you want to be using, red, blue, yellow, whatever it is. I can take one and move it one way or the other. If I want to add black and white, if I click on the D and then I click white, if I click on E and I click black, it will put in those colors. If you are going to do complementary and you're only using 2 colors, then you can do the same thing. You can make 2 of them white or 2 of them black. You need to go through and you need to find the colors that you want to use. These will be the only 5 colors you can use on your project. So if I do this one, let's see, I don't like that color. We're going to do this. And we'll take this color. No, yeah, okay. Make it black. All right. Once it is done, you have to go over here. You have to make sure it says My Library right here. And you're going to click and you're going to name it Car Theme. And you're going to click Save. It'll say it's successfully saved. And then you need to go here to Libraries. And it says My Library. And there's one, and you'll probably only have one. You need to double click on it so that you can see it all. And you see over here it gives you options. We are downloading this as an ASE. So click Download ASE, and it comes up over here in the bottom, but you don't have to do anything with it just yet. All right, so now we're done with our colors. If you go to your search bar and you type in Photoshop, you can click on it and it will open up. Remember, if you right click on the icon, you can say Pin to Taskbar, so it will be there since we will be using it for the next few weeks anyway. If for some reason you are not logged in again, although you should be logged in because you were in Adobe Color, you need to use your school email to log in if it's asking you to log in. Okay, so when this comes up, we can just close this if that comes up for you. That's just some updates, I guess. All right, so now over here you'll go to New File. And over here is all of your settings for the media that you're using. So you don't probably know what pixels are, so you know what inches are. So we're going to change this to inches. and we want to make it 8.5 inches by 11 inches, which is the same size as a piece of paper. We're going to make the resolution, which means that there will be 150 dots of color for every inch. And you need to make sure it says RGB color, and then here you need to click on transparent. Go ahead and click create. All right, so now you should have something that looks like this. You need to go to Window and make sure that Swatches and or Color is selected, and you will see it over here. And see this one that says Swatches. So what we're going to do for the swatches is over here you go to the hamburger and you click on it and you say import swatches. Now you have to do a couple of steps for this. First of all, over here in this side, the easiest way, if you can find the downloads folder, go ahead and click on it. If not, if you go to this PC, it will come up as the downloads folder. You most likely will not see anything in here because you are looking for this over here. So we need to change this. We're going to change this to the ASE. If you remember, that's what we downloaded. And once that happened, now it comes up and it should say Adobe Color Car Theme, whatever you named it. If I click on it, and I scroll down, I now have the colors that I chose. These are the only colors that you may use in this project. If you take and you select it and put it all the way at the top, it's usually a little easier. Just make sure you're putting it in between and not in a folder. All right, then the last thing that you need to do today is to get your car. So if I go to Google and I am going to put in a 1970 Ford Bronco. I am redoing one at home, so therefore I figure I will just play around with colors. I would try to find one that does not have very busy background, because you've got to take the background out. Like this one's perfect. It will take the white out of this or the gray out of this. So do I want one with a top or not? I'm going to go with no. All right, so we're going to click on that one, and then I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy the image. I'm going to go to Photoshop. And I cannot right click and paste. Photoshop does not right click and paste. There are many ways, but the two easiest ways is to go to Edit, Paste, or you can hit Control V, whichever way. All right. And over here, you will now see you have a little thumbnail picture of your, and it says Layer 1. If I double click on layer 1, I'm going to put my car so that I know what it is. Over here on your toolbar, you need to make sure that the cross at the top is selected, and then I can move it around. And if I want to make it bigger or smaller, or turn it, I hit something, Control T for transform. I will then get these handles that I can make it bigger or smaller, whatever I want to do with it. Okay, so I'm going to make it a little bigger. And I'm going to turn it because I want it to be the Z shape. All right, and then the last thing I want to do is I want to take this white background out so that I can build my ad. If I go to the fourth one down, it is called the magic wand. If you click on it, and if it doesn't look like this, if I right click on it, it will say the magic wand tool. What the magic wand tool does is whatever color you click on, it will select it so that you can do something with it. You can change the color, you can delete it. We're going to delete it in this case. So I'm going to go over here, I'm going to select this, and I'm going to hit the backspace button to delete it. I'm going to delete all of these shadows. I'm going to delete the white over here. I'll leave my windshield in there. And then to get rid of the dancing ants, you're going to hit Control D for deselect. All right, so now I have my car, I have my color palette, and now we can just save, go to File, Save As, and we're going to make sure it says on your computer. We're going to go to OneDrive, our 22-23 digital literacy, Q4. Guess I never made one. If you didn't, please make one. And we're going to name it car. And then hit save. All right. So that is what we are accomplishing for today. If you have any problems or questions, please let me know.